Welcome back, families and fangirls of the world. My name is Mario, and we are back today in a lovely family corner to celebrate Yoongi's birthday. Me, Yoongi, August D, Suga. Oh my God, Yoongi, 33 years old. Oh God damn it. That is a lot. That is a lot, guys. Oh my god, time really flies. We're already in March. We are on the second BTS member birthday this year. Oh my god, I'm gonna break your head, poor guy. And today we are back to celebrate the fifth BTS member anniversary on the channel. Now we only have Namjoon and Jungkook left, and we are gonna be doing the same thing we did for the other members. We are gonna be highlighting best performances, best moments, and best songs, well, my favorite ones, of our lovely Yoongi. First of all, happy birthday, Yoongi. Thank you so well. I should probably just let him breathe, poor guy. But gonna put him in here because I hope he fell the other day. Yeah, that is alright. First of all, happy birthday to Yoongi and a big hug here from Spain. Thank you so much for everything you have given to us, for all the music across the years, productions, lyrics, for sharing your deepest fears and thoughts with us, for being a key piece in BTS, absolutely irreplaceable, for giving us really insightful moments, but also really funny and special moments, for sharing, for showing us that love and caring does not always come for being super intense and lovely, but also for tiny little actions that sometimes we miss, and being more kind on the background, on the shadow, to take care of the rest of the members and all the people that love you. Remember to give him a happy birthday message on Weverse, on Instagram, wherever you feel like it, to make him know that we love him. We're so happy they are back, that he's back, and we know what he went through and how some people put him through hell. And I just don't want to even talk about that because we are here for the good vibes, but we will never leave your side. Before we start, if you're starting to like my content, if you enjoy my company, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss anything that I will put out in the future. We are on a BTS race. We are gonna be having a lot of content of them because next week is a comeback. Oh my god, that doesn't feel real. So make sure to stay tuned and be here with me because this is just getting started. Alright, so we're gonna start with the best moments. As you already know for the other videos, we are highlighting funny moments, especially, even though we could do a mic drop moments by Yoongi because literally he's the king, he's so savage and we love him for that. I did kind of a compilation of some Yoongi moments that will remain iconic forever. Yoongi is those kind of people that you may think is serious and not funny, but you are wrong. He is also a comedian, all the BTS members are, and he does not fall short on that area. So the first moment that I thought and that I truly love a lot the first time is that comeback live for Wings back in 2016 when Jin and Yoongi were kind of the reporters of the kind of sketch they were doing, and Yoongi was so funny because he was pretending that there was kind of a distortion and he could not hear Jin properly, and he was doing kind of like yeah, in Korean.
네, 현장에 나와 있는 모였습니다. 네, 슈가입니다. 네, 네, 지금 방탄소년단 이 정규 2집이 막 발매가 됐다고 하는데요. 아이고!
혹시 방탄소년단의 정규 2집 앨범을 들어보셨나요?
네, 지금 막 들어봤습니다.
네, 슈가님의 평을 한번 듣고 싶습니다.
네, 네, 네. 현장상이 네, 굉장히 좋은데요.
In Korean, that my Korean could be the interfer itself. And I don't know, I find that situation so funny. That just put a smile on my face. He looks so cute, so young. And he's able to be funny with the most straight face ever, and that's what makes it better. Number four, this was for a Run BTS episode. Oh my god, please bring back Run BTS and bring back MC Yoongi. But no, he was not an MC in this case. They all kind of had a mission that they had to accomplish, and the others were supposed to find out what those missions were and not let them do it. So the Yoongi's mission was, if I remember, like literally doing nothing, like don't speak or don't laugh or like the whole thing, like just being there as if you were a tree. and it was so funny because you could find all the shots of the other members trying to do things. I was trying to do a choreo, idol
슈가
choreo.
형 약간 그런 거야.
I think
10분
Namjoon
이상
was
앉아
trying
있기 이런
to
거.
take
이렇게 막.
like
아, 저 형
do a game
말하네.
with the
야,
pieces
춤춘다
and
쟤
without
대하지
them
마라.
falling and
형, 나
stuff.
하루 종일 이것만 까도 안
And
돼.
Yoongi was there,
야, 나 오늘
literally
하루
just
종일
there,
이것만 까도 안 돼.
existing and resisting because he truly, well, oh my god, I just cannot believe how he was able to handle all of that. I remember they were grabbing him from his legs. It was so funny, and it truly represents his character, like unbothered king. Number three, it's not just a moment, but moments through BTS career, and is his passion to shout out the most loudest way possible Hobie's name, like this, J-Ho! Like that. And it was really funny when they were doing kind of a they were watching the performance they just did or something like this. I don't recall exactly where that was from, and I believe it was the first time he said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's like, J-Hope, J-Hope, literally fanboying on about him, doing, I don't know, kind of, I think could it be Boy Meets Evil? I don't know, but he has done it a lot of times, and that to me is so funny. I remember also related to this when one Hobie's Babse hip thrust, and Yoongi was like, "Oh my god, we were all Yoongi at that moment, literally losing our minds because of Hobie thrust in Silver Spoon." This was really, really fun. It was also in Run BTS. It was one of the last ones. And they were playing different games. I think it was during the pandemic, more or less. And Yoongi had to guess the choreo the other members were doing, but they were like in a single position. And he would touch all the
손이 두
members
개가
without
붙어있는데?
like with his
잠깐만.
eyes blinded, and
잠깐만.
he had to try
잠깐만.
to
지민이.
guess the
뭐야,
choreo,
이거
and
지민이야?
it was really funny when he
가만하네.
thought he had it, and he was like, "Hey, hey, hey," and he got it wrong. I mean, I honestly understand the one he got wrong. Was it "I Need You," and it was Black Swan? Ah, no, no, he got one right, and the other didn't, and the other he got it wrong, and I don't remember the exact song, but I was with him. I really thought it was that song, and the funniest thing here is that he was so convinced that he was right. He's like, "I need you." Was wrong, and his face of disappointment was really funny. Poor guy. And number one, and this of course will be always, if not the most iconic thing or moment Yoongi has ever done, it's one of them, and it's one of the first Run BTS episodes where he came as the one and iconic Min Yoongi. I mean, who does not remember that character? Oh my god, that sketch was hilarious. They were trying all to seduce him, and he was again unbothered behavior, and his acting was really on point. Like, it's so funny because Yoongi always like, I was supposed to rap, not dance, or I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, or I'm not good at something, and then he does it in the best way possible, dressing as a girl, dancing, Otsukare as a concept. Then there was this cute performance. It was his idea on one of the festas or masters. I mean, this man is a comedian, and portraying this girl was so funny. Thank you so much for that. Bring back once again Ram BTS. I need to have my comfort show weekly. Okay, so now we are moving on to his best performances. It was really hard, honestly, because his whole tour was astonishing, and every time this man is on stage, I literally lose my mind because I don't like rap music, and he somehow makes me enjoy it. All the rappers do, but Yoongi's rap, oh shit. Anyway, number five, it's not a solo performance, but it's not with the BTS members, and it just had to be included because this was a cultural moment in Korea, iconic moment, and it was when Psy brought Yoongi at the summer festival they have in Korea, the same one he brought Rose last year, and they sang that. I mean, that as a song, it's already iconic, and seeing Yoongi dancing like that, and I'm obsessed with it. I feel like I'm like Jungkook, obsessed with it. But that crowd, if it was not already the wildest thing with Psy over there, what an icon. When Yoongi came out, oh my god, people literally lost it. I would have collapsed, died dead on the floor if me and Yoongi appeared on that moment. Because it's just so wholesome, those two legends, and him having so much fun. And it's, yes, I would like to include only solo performances, but this could not be left out because of how important it was. And I feel like it was true, even though Yoongi just only raps and that's it. Only raps, I mean, there's only his rap and that's it. It was produced by him. It was a song he did for Psy, and they were like really merged, both of them. So it really feels like a 50-50 collab, if that makes sense. Number four, this performance, I don't know if it's the best one. Definitely, technically, it's not, but it's one that I cannot get out of my head and that I need to include because I cry every single time. It's just, you will get me. It's the Dear My Friend performance he did in the last show of his tour. I don't know right now if it was only the last night or the three last nights, but doesn't matter. That last performance where he cried so much, and honestly, that song itself is already hard, and him singing that about that concept, about that theme, with the crowd last night before enlisting. Like, no, just like all the things that could make me and Army and Yoongi cry came together that night. He chose war that day. He chose trauma, and honestly, I'm never gonna get over it. But it was so beautiful to see. Even if he only cried, even if the crowd had to help him, even he apologized, I don't care. That is something that will never leave our minds, and I have to put it somewhere here. Moving on to number three. That is iconic. It's iconic in a whole different level. This is the oldest one out of the five that I'm mentioning, and it's the Seesaw performance of the Love Yourself tour. I mean, how fun? How fun is that? To see Yoongi in another kind of vibe, not hard rapping, not like the song itself is so cool and so fun and so pleasant to hear, but him doing a choreo and slaying it honestly because we don't talk enough about how a great dancer Yoongi is. I mean, I feel it should be more appreciated. Kind of the seeds banks. Do you say it like that? Kind of also representing the season in a way. I remember there was one where he almost fell. That was also so funny. And I mean, you know when the performance is good when the other members can just let it go and are fanboying over the member who's performing. And that was the case with Caesar. There was also then this meme of the cheesecake and stuff like the whole thing was so wholesome, and definitely it's my favorite solo out of all the three solos he has on the BTS discography. I mean the three proper solos, not talking about intros such as Nevermind. Even though Nevermind is kind of an exception on the intros because what is that song? But yeah, this performance is so funny to see. Number two, god damn it. This performance, like how do you dare to open a tour like that? The Dochita Hegium. Why do I always know how to say that and right now I don't know? The Hegum. You know. Like, first of all, these two songs are so representative of Yoongi's style and who he is and his solo career, right, until now. And the whole scenography that was going on, he like carrying his body super dark with the dancers, well, the people who was there with him, the lightnings and like just like the whole thing. And even when you think it's just gonna hit you with one of the songs, he hits you with the other one. Like you could tell those two are the hits he has more of the more than the other songs because they were also like the main title tracks and stuff. And starting the concert with those two songs already, like what are you actually talking about? The first time I saw that, I was like, and that is supposed to like I don't know, we have 3 hours of footage like that because it was like the whole behind the scenes and stuff. Yoongi, like honestly, I wish I could have been there. And finally, number one, and this is a personal thing of mine. I already talked about this. I feel on one of my first on the ranking BTS solo projects, if I recall. And this is the Life Goes On performance on his tour. It's so vulnerable for him to make his own version, well, the one he had already done, to see how the BTS version of Life Goes On would go, and like create his own song, doing vocals. I mean, what is that? Even the rappers can't sing like that. Honestly, that was so beautiful on the piano, so raw. And there's something more like sadder on his version, less hopeful than the BTS version, and it's just one of my favorite songs. And I mean, I have a connection with this song. What can I say? And him on the piano, it's just a weakness to me. Honestly, it's a weakness. That's why it had to be number one. Anyway, we could talk about many other performances of this guy because what the hell. But those are the ones that I like the most. And now, finally, moving to the top five songs, my favorite songs by Yoongi. As you already know on my Ranking BTS Solo Projects video, I'm not a hip hoppy rap passionate guy. So Namjoon's and Yoongi, but especially Yoongi's discography tends to be my least favorite one because it's not my preference of style. It's just because of that. But he somehow has made me appreciate this because if he was another person, I wouldn't even try. I don't listen to any rapper. I only listen to them. And I discovered some beautiful, beautiful songs, some bangers, and the lyrics. Oh my God. So I know I can appreciate that. And I also ended up liking most of the songs, even though maybe it's not one that I would put on repeat, just I would maybe put, I don't know, Standing Next to You, for example. But he is one hell of an artist. Like, what the hell is that discography? It's just perfect, perfect. And the projects as a whole work better when you listen to them in order from track 1 to track 10. Anyway, these five songs are amazing songs, and there's also three that are not being mentioned here. That would be my 6, 7, and 8 that I also adore. So he has quite a few songs that really touch here. Number 5, it's So Far Away. And this song, taking into consideration that it's from the August, the mixtape, which was the one when he was kind of the most hard rap, so it's the project that I like the least. This song was truly an exception because what the fuck? Oh my god, it's long as hell. We have a version with a girl and then we have a version with Jungkook and Jin. It's amazingly beautiful. Like, so far away. No. This song gives me goosebumps every time. Thank you so much for giving us a song like this. It was so vulnerable and I love this side of him, of more slow, kind of acoustic, like more melodic raps that he does. I really, really like that side of him. Number 4, this is a fan favorite, so it's not gonna surprise you at all, and it's People. I love his vocals. Like, it's just, again, a weakness on my preference of style. His vocals are so good. And the meaning of this song, like, who writes a concept like this, honestly? I even tried to think how to talk about the concept of the song before starting the video. I just feel like I can't. It's so complex. It's like you can eventually get it, even though it's also get lost in the translation a lot. But yes, people move on. Everyone has his own life. Who cares? Who doesn't? Like, they're just really kind of ethereal themes that makes you really think about life. I loved discovering his whole discography, but because his lyrics hit in a way that no other artist has ever hit in that way, because it makes you think about things that you would not think if it wasn't for him. Moving on to number 3, I think it's an improvement of People, if that's already possible, and it's People Part 2. And I mean, I love IU's vocals. I love IU in general as a person, as his vocals, and the way their friendship. It's so cute. And this song, I mean, I remember on the Palette, is it called Palette? They even sang the song, and I feel like even Yoongi did some vocals, if I recall. And it's just, again, the concept itself, it's so good, and I think that that elevates the song a lot. But also, it's so melodic, and his raps are really pleasing. Like, yeah, it's rap, but it's not rap. Even though that was a shitty explanation, you know what I'm trying to say. Also, like DMB, him just on his house, the studio. Very cozy vibes too. Number two, I've already talked about this song, so we don't have to say a lot about it, but of course, it's Life Goes On. I guess it makes sense. Life Goes On by BTS is my top three song of the whole discography, so it's not a coincidence that this one is already here. Again, his vocals, soft, melodic voice, nostalgic, kind of like I love that the part that his part in BTS Life Goes On version is already here, but with a different kind of melody, and then other parts that are different, so that you have two sides of the same song, and that is so special to me. And this also proves that he can write any type of song, because he can write this kind of sad melodic songs, and he can rap bangers with fast raps and bars and bars and bars. This man is one of a kind, honestly. And number one, I mean, yes, it may be the most basic decision in his career, but taking into consideration that his music is not basic at all, that already gives space for a good decision regardless of the song you pick, and it's Dochito. I mean, this is the song. The rap that I cannot even say that that was so fast. The part that Hobie did when they all perform it together, like just like the whole rendition to the culture, to the Korean culture, then with Haegeum the same thing, but this one it's much better in my opinion. Like how can a song that the chorus is the chita, how can it be that good? The MB, I think it's my favorite MB of all the solo projects they've done. Wow, visually crashes, stunning the atmosphere, location, and how it feels to watch that MB. It's like a whole movie. Oh my god, no, this song is honestly amazing. And yes, I know Higem is good too, and it has more streams and all that, and he was more in his peak of popularity with the tour and stuff. But to me, Dojita is much better than the other song. And that's it regarding my top 5 songs. And you may be wondering one thing. Is it a coincidence that I haven't mentioned any Suga song and just August D songs? No, it's not a coincidence, because when I rank Yoongi songs, I only take into consideration the August D songs, and some of them that have not been mentioned. I already said that I love them, such as Dear My Friend, SDL, Burn It, etc. But I also listen to his produced songs or featurings with Suga, but since they are like that, features and producing and stuff, which is not in his discography, I don't rank them, and I have it on like apart from his whole ranking. But I want to mention some of those songs because I personally love them so much. That we've already mentioned it. It's a banger. It's my favorite one. And if I had to mix both August D and Suga, it would be on the first positions. Then 8 with Ayu. What a nostalgic song! Like nostalgic. If you search nostalgia on the dictionary, you will find that song. And then Lilith. My goodness. Hold These Boys is so mesmerizing. Again, their friendship, the vibes of the MV so dark. Yoongi singing in English. It's perfect. Honestly, those 3 songs are outstanding. They had to be mentioned on the video. So we have finished, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my rendition to Yoongi's career. You can tell me on the comments your favorite moments and your favorite songs, your favorite performances. Please watch the other one if you like this one, of course, and give also support to Hobby so that we can give them love equally. Thank you so much, Yoongi, for all you have given to us. And as you said on the yesterday's interview in GQ, you still have a long way to go with us by your side. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, for staying until the end, and we will see each other soon to keep fanboying and fangirling. Adios!